Hello, welcome back to Tactical Tuesday with Johnny Tiger. The date is July 21st, 2020. Happy Guam Liberation Day to my girlfriend, her family, and any tomorrow people from Guam out there. Many years ago, on this day, the Marines of the United States drove Japanese people off the island of Guam and liberated the island from the brutal control of the Japanese people. That's neither here or there, got nothing to do with what we are doing today, but it serves to remind us that even a peaceful place, a peaceful people, like people of Guam, never went out of their way to do anything to anybody. Would get bullied, invaded, occupied. So this is a good reminder that sometimes just because we keep to ourselves, it doesn't mean trouble won't come to us. It's important to learn how to defend yourself. So today we are going to look at some of the more unconventional applications of using your knees as as weapon. This will be the last episode in the knee strike series. Before we go into it today, I will quickly mention that what you learn in these self-defense video, and especially what you are going to learn today, have to be used with responsibility in mind. Again, I can't stress more. With greater knowledge, with greater power, come greater responsibility. And when you're learning how to employ parts of your body as a self-defense tool, you need to know when to use it, when not to use it, where to use it on, and where not to use it on. We have learned in the past few episodes how to deliver devastating knee strikes while standing. But what if you're down on the ground or in other compromised positions? First and foremost, let's say I got caught flat-footed. I was just sitting down, having a conversation with friends. Well, I'm actually squatting because I don't have a chair handy here, and I figure if I sit on that pile of mat by my left shoulder, you guys might not be able to see me. So let's say I'm just sitting or squatting, hunkering down, having a conversation with friends, and some guys come and try to assault me. And let's say they're coming from the front. Then, from this position, I'm not going to stand up and then try to employ my knee. That's too many motions. From a sitting or squatting position, I'm going to get ready. I'm going to tense out my leg. I'm going to shift my balance so when I come up, the knee is already coming up. I'm going to use the momentum of me standing up to bring that knee up. I'm on the attack right away as I come out from sitting or squatting. Even if I'm kneeling, if I happen to be kneeling for any kind of reason, let's say someone actually got the better of me, someone hold a gun to my head, tell me to get down on my knee. Well, from this very compromised position, I don't have anyone to hold a gun to my head, so I'm just going to go through the gesture so you guys can hopefully follow what I'm doing. From this position, I don't really have the use of my leg. So let's say someone holding a gun to the front of my forehead. I want to remember to move the gun out of the way, turning my head. We are going to cover more gun defense in the future. Suffice to say, my arms will be busy. I won't be able to do a lot of hitting with my arm because my arm will be busy trying to make sure the gun's pointed away from my head. So, once I capture or get control of the gun hand and I'm making sure it's pointed away from my head, I'm going to let myself fall sideways. Now, what does that do? That free up my knee, that free up my leg. So from here, if I'm still holding onto the gun, the person would be bending toward me if they want to hold onto the gun, okay? Because my whole body is on the end of their arm at this point. I'm holding on with dear life. I'm holding on like my life depending on it because it does. They're bending forward toward me, their gun. We're struggling over the gun in their hand. My knee will be coming up right into their leg, right into the side of their knee, hopefully breaking their knee, breaking their leg in the process. That's just one of the applications how to use your knee strike in an extremely dangerous self-defense situation. If I'm on the ground, whenever I'm on the ground, whenever I'm grappling or striking on the ground, my knees are my support. At the same time, they are my wild card. I'm constantly paying attention to where my knees are going to go. Just like if I'm fighting on while standing up, I'm constantly aware of where my feet are going to go. When you're on your knee, when you're on the ground, it's the same thing. Always look for that opening. If I'm on the ground, I'm looking for two things. I'm going to do with actually three things. I'm going to do with my knee. One, support, balance. Two, block. If someone was to try to kick me, I can raise up my knee and block it. Someone try to swing a punch at me while we're struggling on the ground, I'm going to try to either get my elbow or my knee in the way. Last but not least, I am always looking for somewhere to put my knee down on to hamper them or to hurt them. They give me a hand, I'm going to put my knee down on their hand and put my weight on it. They give me an arm, I'm going to put my knee on their arm. They give me a leg, I'm going to put my knee right on their leg and put my weight down on it. Uh, please don't kneel on anybody's neck. Just saying, please don't. So those are the three things you look for while you are moving around on the ground in a grappling situation. Stability, blocking, deflecting, and use it to put down on parts of their body. How about actual knee strike? Let me show you guys how to employ actual knee strike on the ground. Let's say this heavy bag is a human body. Actually, let me move that to the other side. This way you guys might be able to see better, hopefully. Let's say I get side control. For those who don't know your grappling term, that means I pin the person. I'm on their side and I lean across their body to pin them down. Okay? At a side control situation, I'm going to, that's just a little tickle in my throat. I don't have the coronavirus, don't worry. From the side control, I'm going to keep my upper body and my elbow and my forearm on them. Usually one arm would be blocking their face, their upper body. One arm would be blocking their hip, their lower body. This way they can't kick me. Because while I'm over top of them like this, my biggest concern is their leg coming up. They can do their knee strike directly to my head if I'm not careful. So I want to make sure my one arm is in the way. And from here, I'm going to keep my weight on them, anchor my upper body on them, and then extend the leg back and then bring it forward. But I'm not just going to use the leg. If I just swing with the leg, the impact is not that good. So while I bring my knee forward, I want to pull them into it. Like that. Okay, right into the rib. Right into the rib. Alright? Okay? I don't have to break control. I can continue to pin them down. And do this. And do this. Keep throwing my knee into their side. A second way for me to do this, again, I keep them pinned first with my upper body. But let's say I want to free up my upper body. Then I'm going to raise up and put one knee directly into their belly. This will allow me to rise up. Okay? One knee directly in the belly, put my weight on it, and the other knee, boom, boom, right into the shoulder, the rib cage, anywhere I can hit. Okay? My upper body is very free at this point. Okay? I can anchor them down with one knee, the other knee, hit, the other hand, hammer fist, or elbow right into the chest. Right? Ground and pound at its best. And some of you are saying, it's okay, so that's really cool. But what if you are the one ending up on the bottom? Let me show you guys. Actually, before I go on the bottom, let me show you guys how to do this. If you don't get side control, let's say you actually sit astride the person, you get a full mount on the person. Okay? When you're on a full mount, you can still employ your knee. But honestly, if you get a full mount on a person, using your elbow is a much more practical thing to do. Using your knee, you run the risk of them squirming away, getting away from you. But let's say for some reason you want to use your knee. While I'm astride them, I'm going to start inching my way up their body. And I'm going to put one of my knee directly over their arm and their shoulder, upper arm. This will pin them down, also allow me to shimmy up higher on their chest. And then from here, it's a simple case of a quick transition. Let's say I'm going to hit them with my right knee. My right knee is now holding down their left arm or their shoulder joint. I'm going to lean over to my left, dropping my right elbow down on their chest to pin them down nice and tight. Okay? And then from here, I'm going to shift my weight onto my left knee and my right knee, boom, right into the side of the head. Quick transition from pinning down the arm into boom, right into the head. Okay? So, what if I end up on the bottom? Well, we don't really want to be on the bottom, but sometimes we don't have any choice. So let's say the person got me pinned down, but I managed to get him in my guard. I catch them between my legs. I have some kind of control. So from this point, if I want to employ my knee strike, I'm just going to grab them and then use my lower body. I'm going to pull with my upper body and I'm going to turn my lower body. This will shift them onto their side. Okay, shift them onto their side. Let me turn around so you guys can actually see this. So, again, they're on top of me, but I catch them between my legs. I have good control. I'm going to grab a hold of an arm or a shoulder. I'm going to pull the upper body forward while turning my lower body to the side. This will allow me to face them. We are now on equal footing. Now we're both on our side. And this allows me to bring my knee back and drive my knee into their lower region. I can hold them here and just knee, knee, knee until the fight is out of them. Now, of course, while you flip them over on your side, they can do that to you as well. So you probably want to do that before they do. You want to do that before they get the idea. What if the person is pinning me down on the side, from the side, like the side control that we did before? Well, from this point, I'm going to be looking for any time he dropped his arm. He opened, give me an opening. Anytime that the arm on my lower side, on my leg side, ease off, I'm going to bring my knee up right into the side of his head or his rib cage. Okay? As I do that, I'm going to turn toward him. Why am I turning toward him? Because as I turn toward him, I can shoot one leg back and then bring it forward, the high knee, right into the rib cage, rib cage, rib cage. There are so many ways to get that knee strike in there while you're on the ground. In many ways, a knee strike and elbow strike are 10 times more dangerous on the ground than standing because there's no room. There's no room for them to get away, no room for them to get out of the way. So look for those openings, create those openings. Remember your body mechanic. And always, again, be responsible. Don't kneel on their neck. Thank you for checking out today's Tactical Tuesday. We'll be back again tomorrow for Wisdom Wednesday. For now, have fun, stay safe, train hard, and have a good night.